Mochi, baby! We gotta talk about the Scarlet and Violet epilogue, Mochi Mayhem. A lot of you are probably thinking, wow, this cool mythical Pokemon Pecharunt. You will learn so much about it. We're gonna learn about the loyal trio and how it's connected. We're gonna figure out why Kieran was so dark and evil. Not really evil, but you know what I mean. So he was so aggressive. He was possessed by Pecharunt because Pecharunt possesses in the same purple aura that possessed Arven, Penny, and the others is what possessed him in the loyal trio, and sadly, we get none of that. I got a lot to say about this epilogue. I'm gonna start off with the good rather than talk about the bad, alright? But we'll get to the bad later on, because the bad is really bad, and the good is really good. Let's start off with the character interactions. This epilogue does something that a lot of us wanted to see. You get all 6 characters in one setting. You get Carmine, Kieran, Penny, Arven, Nemona, and the player character. Not too much of Carmine, but it's still pretty good. And it's really interesting to see the different character dynamics. Early on, when Arven, Penny, and Nemona visit your house, you can tell based off what they're saying about their your mother, how each child has been raised. Arven has been raised with no parents. Nemona has been raised in like a more rich, butlery family. You know, her parents aren't around, but she has manners and she takes care of things because her parents aren't around. Penny, on the other hand, is a little overbearing. She has got some overbearing parents and doesn't have many manners, and you know, I don't want to say snobby, but she just kind of doesn't care in that aspect, or doesn't see care from others. She takes it as annoyance. So that's pretty cool, and it's these small little details that really add up. As per usual, Nemona's battle hungry, and a lot of the dialogue early on is related to this. She enters Kitakami and immediately challenges Kieran, and Kieran loses, which shows the hierarchy that it's the player character, then Nemona, then Kieran, then probably Carmine, then probably Penny, and then Arven in terms of battling capabilities, which is quite interesting. I think the only debate we had before was between Kieran and Nemona, but now we know, and I guess Nemona can watch all of the Blueberry Academy, apparently. You get to see Arven already try and flex on Kieran and try to show off his status as your best friend and all this, and Kieran pays no mind. Kieran is great in this because he takes up aspects of both of his personalities, the one in Indigo Disc where he's strong, and the one in the Teal Mask where he's pretty shy. He's no longer shy, but he carries that gentleness to them, and he also has his battling capabilities from the Indigo Disc. But funny enough, despite that, he's actually using his Kitakami Pokemon. He has Poliwrath on his team instead of Politoed. So that shows that, you know, he's using Pokemon from the Teal Mask as well as the Indigo Disc. So I guess he has like a Kitakami team and a Blueberry Academy team. Penny is able to relate to Kieran a little bit in terms of being a little shy or a little bit more timid, not so over the top like Arven, Nemona, and Carmine. And she's overall just geeking out about games and stuff. Like in the Kitakami, she's like, let's play games. When she's in your room, she's like, oh, you gotta switch, you gotta let me know what games you're playing. So Nintendo's canon in the Pokemon world, which is crazy. But I guess it always has been, to be honest. Nemona, all throughout the whole quest line, is focused on battles. Even when she's possessed, which we'll come to in a bit, even when she's possessed, she's still fixated on battles, showing that, you know, the humor of her battle-hungry nature is crazy. It is really, really, truly on Goku level. Or maybe even beyond that, to be honest. She's gone beyond Goku in this regard. And finally, when it comes down to it, Kieran has now accepted and made new friends. He's not jealous of you having other friends anymore. He's in fact matured and opened up and taken them up as his own friend as well. And Carmine is still Carmine. She's still a mix between everyone caught it that like she's kind of like Nemona, but just in a different way, which was a funny you know, it was funny to hear. We all knew it, but it was just funny to hear from them. Unfortunately, we don't get too much of her, but I think the little bit that we got at the end, it's a nice touch. It's enough to see that, you know, everyone really gets along, and to see their dynamics play out, it was nice. However, the problem here comes with Pecharunt. Pecharunt had so much potential, just like Terapagos, had so much potential for so much, and boy did they drop the ball. Alright? Let me tell you, Pecharunt is the subjugation Pokemon, alright? It is a poison and ghost type Pokemon. It very clearly is the trio master of the Loyal 3. Yes, it's a mythical Pokemon because it has base 600 stats, But if you look at its Pokedex entries, it's pretty crazy, man. Its Dex entries say that it feeds other toxic Mochi that draw desires and capabilities. Those heat Mochi fall under Pecharunt's control, chained to its will. Its peach-shaped shell serves as storage for potent poison. It makes poisonous Mochi and serves them to people and Pokemon. People and Pokemon draws out desires and capabilities, alright? Does this remind you of anything? Because it should! This is the story of the Loyal Trio, alright? This is Okidoki, Pheasantipity, and Monkey Dory had a desire for bronze, beauty, and brains, respectively, alright? They were weak, they were ugly, and they were dumb. They each had their own desires, and in exchange for loyalty of some kind, they received the Toxic Chain. This Toxic Chain is very obviously Pecharunt's chain, because it has a move called Malignant Chain. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Malignant Chain, alright? This move itself is straight up the Toxic Chain from that they're wearing. It is that, right? But on top of that, Pecharunt has an ability called a Poison Puppeteer. So it very clearly is trying to control Pokemon. It very clearly controls the Loyal 3. It is straight up the Trio Master. On top of that, its lore goes even further, right? This is the tale of Momotaro just reversed. It's made into a villainous story where the tale of Momotaro is like a heroic story. Pecharunt is supposed to be Momotaro. Momotaro in the story, recruits a dog, a pheasant, and a monkey. This is an evil Momotaro because Momotaro is like the Peach Boy. This is the Peach Pokemon recruiting 3 of those Pokemon. It makes sense. It is what it is, right? Just have to clear that out for anyone who may think otherwise for whatever reason. Why on earth would you have everything set up and not give us any kind of story? I know god dang well everybody who didn't see the leaks, who didn't see the Mochi Mayhem epilogue when Indigo Disc released and everything, I know everyone is out here expecting Pecharunt to be this one crazy Pokemon who was like the mastermind behind everything. Who was the mastermind behind the Loyal Trio and Kieran. It is the mastermind behind the Loyal Trio, right? But can you tell me how the Loyal Trio came back to life? Can you tell me why no one's connecting the dots that, oh yeah, maybe Pecharunt and the Loyal Trio are connected? Can you tell me why there's a Pokedex image of the 4 of them together, but no one is saying anything about it? Can you tell me why? Why? The aura around Arven and Penny during the cutscene is so similar to the aura that Kieran exudes when he's feeling evil. Not evil, when he's angry, agitated, and all that. And there's no explanation, because it was the same aura that he had in his hand that he used to punch the tombstone, or whatever, the graveyard where the Loyal Trio resided, and somehow they came back to life. But we can assume that Pecharunt had something to do with it, but Kieran later exuded the same aura in the Indigo Disc and the Blueberry Academy, but there is nothing to it. Pecharunt wasn't controlling Kieran. He wasn't going Mochi. He didn't have a toxic chain or anything. So what was it? Is there any connection? Maybe not. But then explain how the Loyal Trio came back to life. Explain how the heck, what does this epilogue have to do with anything besides the fact that you're giving us a Trio Master and there's fun character interactions? Where is the story, god dang it? Pokemon, please. Game Freak, please. Okay? I understand, Game Freak. You're overworked. Pokemon needs you to dish out games like left, right, and center yearly. You're overworked. I get it. But this isn't just a new thing, man. This has been going on for a decade now. Probably even more than that at this point. You keep giving us incomplete stories. I just one easy tie-in. Even for us to get back to Arven and Penny in this small story, it was Penny just freaked out for no reason. I'm sorry. It was a total misunderstanding. I'm sure you were shocked, but it wasn't meant to be like that. What a cop-out, bro. This whole epilogue is a freaking cop-out. That's what it is. They just dished out Pecharunt for nothing. This Pokemon could have not existed at all and nothing would have been different about what we know about the Loyal 3. Like, we would have still known there's a Momotaro Pokemon or something. Like, we would have known that it's from the tail Momotaro. But, and just like not known the Pokemon that made it happen. We would have been speculating and everything, probably. But this doesn't do it. We learned like nothing besides the fact that, oh yeah, we're right, it was a Momotaro Pokemon. But we know nothing about the story about the Momotaro Pokemon, how it came to be, how it came to control the Loyal Trio, what it was doing all this time. Why was it at Granny's the whole time, huh? Why was it at Granny? Is Granny evil? Is Granny evil? Like, what was she doing holding it the whole time? What happened? Where is the explanation of that? A simple explanation that should have been explained, not even about the whole overarching story or the whole overarching plot or anything, nothing to do with literature, nothing, just within that little mini story. Is no one gonna call Granny out? Be like, yo, what you been doing? You've been having this little peach thing this entire time? Are you evil? Did you know about this? What's going on? Is this your boy? Is this your Pokemon? Like, no one's gonna say anything? Come on, bro. Come on. I personally, like many other people, think it would have been cool for Pecharunt to have possessed Kieran and, you know, other people, and that's why Kieran was like this. But it was also cool for Kieran's character that he wasn't possessed, I guess. He was just, I don't know, it goes both ways, because there's actual character development in him because he wasn't possessed. So it's cool in that sense. But then why give us the stupid aura? I don't understand. I don't know, man. I don't know. There could have been this whole overarching story that Pecharunt was the one pulling strings and everything, if you're gonna make it like a poison puppeteer. But this was absolute garbage, man. Oh my god. Character interactions, great. Story, lore, disappointing. You know? This is how it's been going with Pokemon for a long time. I'm glad they gave us a free DLC. Don't get me wrong. It's showing like some kind of longevity, some kind of life in these games even after we get like the last amount of DLC. They did the same thing with Legends Arceus and the Daybreak DLC. But holy smokes, man. I need them to pull it together. I need them to pull it together and make a more concrete story and lore and all this good jazz, because god dang. My channel is becoming a rant channel based off how many things are like not there. How many things they're just leaving up to us to interpret it, and not even in a fun way. I can interpret, I know that Pecharunt is the Trio Master. I can tell it's based off of Momotaro. I know that. It's very basic. I got it. Right? I just need you to deliver a story where it completes everything and it's not just for the sake of having it there, so that when I do have questions, I feel satisfied and I still want to know more. You get me? Not just drop it and tell me this is all you're getting, figure it out for yourself. Because I don't even think you have it figured out based off all the information I have. That's it for me. I've talked enough. I really like the character interactions. That's about it for me. That's about it. You're gonna have to let me know how you felt in the comment section down below, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you over in the next video. All right? Later. Bye.